Welcome to the Magic Bus. I'm Shelley Lane, your host, and this is Robert, my driver today. Hey, Robert!
Hey.
We're so glad to have him and to have you. We've got a great show today. We're going to be visiting Brown Elementary School, as well as hearing a little bit about the freedom to ride. So get ready, get buckled up. We are ready to go on the Magic Bus. Come ride with us. We're getting ready to leave STS headquarters on another ride for the Magic Bus. But this day feels a little different. Will this ride on the Magic Bus with our little special guests tell us a different story of freedom? Let's ride and find out. We're waiting on Walter. Walter Turner is the director of STS, School Transportation Solutions, and he's the reason why we get all these school buses out to the kids. We're waiting, Walter. Walter, Robert, the bus driver, and I were laughing and joking about memories of the past while we were on the bus getting ready to visit the kids at Brown Elementary School. We just passed the Civil Rights Institute, and I had a thought. Did we always have the freedom to ride? In the midst of my thought, Walter had an epiphany, and then the bus came to a stop.
Yeah, Robert, when I was growing up, we didn't have school buses to carry us back and forth to school. I think now that the kids should be very appreciative of what they have now, Robert.
Yeah, well, I understand, because during that time frame, we did have one, but it traveled almost 80 miles, and kids had to take opportunities to utilize it. And nowadays, when they have the opportunities to do it, they all jump at it.
And that's years ago. But now it looks like we're going to do this. Just because you all did not have access, we're going to take a trip to Brown Elementary School, talk to the kids who don't have bus service, and their first experience on the bus is going to be the Magic Bus. We're pulling into Charles A. Brown Elementary School, getting ready to meet our contact for the day. I'm surprised that it's Didrea Pittman, who is not only a Brown Elementary School teacher, but a team member of the Women Under Construction Network. Ready for us to kind of head in the school. Lead us in, let's go, y'all. Didrea led us through the school and into the gym. When I first saw the kids, it made me want to join in. I felt like a kid again in their world. But my body, on the other hand, had another reality.
But my body...
Okay, I can do this. They have lots of energy, but this is the Magic Bus. I can do it. Send me back in there. I'm going. Bye! I wouldn't give up. I had to take my role as the Pied Piper, leading the kids. We had a handful of kids that were selected to go to the bus. I had the kids, and my plan was to go to the school without having to go to the principal's office. But she caught us. Okay, so where are we going? To the principal.
Yes.
Okay.
We are going to see
All right,
Dr.
so there's only one problem. When I was younger, I went to the principal's office because I was talking too much.
Okay.
Guess why? All right. It turns out I wasn't in trouble. She just wanted to talk.
Lucky if you get an email back.
Yes. Collaborations. Okay. All right.
See you, Magic Bus.
So we're leaving. We're getting ready to go talk to the kids. And here we go. Guidria picked out a select group of kids, and we had a great time on our way to the bus. But we couldn't just walk. We had to sing. The wheels on the bus go round and round, and I had a great time. Round, wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 all through the town. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 all through the town. All right, let's come up here, guys. We're gonna get on the bus. Woohoo! All right. Now that we've done our wheels on the bus, we're getting ready to talk to the kids and find out the history of a bus. Come on with us. So we got the kids on the bus, and now it was time to teach a little bit about what is a bus. But boy, I didn't know what I was about to get into. Stay in your seat, though. Stay in your seat. Stay in your seat. What are they singing?
Old Town Road.
What?
Old Town Road.
What's that?
Relationship between a country artist.
So the first question is, and I want you to raise your hand, okay? So the first question is, what is a bus?
Keep your hands up.
Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. What is a bus? Keep your hands up. Very good. Okay, all right. Now, so we'll start off with you, sir. Tell me your name.
Carlton Smith.
And tell me, what is a bus?
Something what kids ride on.
Okay, something that kids ride on. Is it only kids that ride on the bus?
No, not
Okay, all right. Tell me about the kids. Who else rides on a bus?
grown up.
Grown-ups? Why would grown-ups ride on a bus?
To
Okay, oh, Carlton wants to answer that question, Carlton.
let the kids be safe.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. That's why grown-ups might ride on a bus. Okay, let's ask this young lady right here. What is a bus? And tell me your name.
A bus is when grown-ups and kids get on.
Jaheem. Okay, Jaheem, tell me about a bus. What do you know?
We go to school.
Okay, to drive from places and go to school. I love that. Okay, all right, that sounds good. Now, who knows, guys, tell me a little bit about the history of a bus. Does anybody know how old buses are? Who can tell me?
2004.
2004, that's when the first bus was born? Okay, who else knows when the first bus was born? Tell me when the first bus was born.
25th?
The 25th of what?
October.
October 25th, that's when the first bus was born? You think so? Okay, do you think the first bus was probably a large stagecoach in England in the mid-1800s. It was called an omnibus. An omnibus is a Latin word for the meaning all, for all, later abbreviated to the word bus. The yellow bus, or the color yellow, you probably want to find out why it was yellow. Originally, children were riding on buses that had different colors, and it was the thought to standardize the color. Yellow would bring uniformity and revolutionize the school buses themselves and make them safer and more visible. Who knows the name, and Walter, you can help with this. Is there a question that you want to ask the kids, Walter?
Who was the famous person in Alabama that rode the bus?
That changed?
Changed the lifestyle of today.
Okay.
Of today.
Carlton, go ahead. Tell us who it was.
Mayor Whitman.
Mayor Woodfin? No, I don't, that's a good question. That's the one. Okay, does anybody else know who it might have been? It was a lady. Does anybody know the lady's name who rode the bus? Okay, do you know the lady's name?
President.
The president? No. So the lady that changed civil rights as we know it, that rode on the bus and decided she was not going to give up her seat, her name was Rosa Parks. You all know who it is, right? Okay. So who was the lady that rode the bus who didn't want to give up her seat. She was tired that day. Her name is Rosa. No, Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks. To ride the bus that day, and she was very tired and didn't want to give her seat up, so she didn't want to go to the back. Who knows her name? If you know her name, raise your hand. Okay? Somebody tell me. Her name was Rosa Parks. Very good. When the kids said Rosa Parks, a smile came across my face. I know the impact she had. Rosa Parks boarded that bus in Montgomery, Alabama on December 1st, 1955. But instead of going to the back of the bus, she said, I'm tired. And she was tired. Why should she have to move back? When the bus started to fill up with white passengers, the bus driver asked Rosa Parks to move, and she refused to give up her seat to a man that was white. And that's why she was arrested. As I was the Pied Piper for Brown Elementary School and the kids, so was Rosa Parks, the Pied Piper, or the spark that lit the 1955 Montgomery bus boycott. The Montgomery bus boycott's main focus was to keep those buses empty, and it worked. It worked for 381 days. It hurt those pockets so bad that they had to change the way we rode buses.
Who could tell me who led the bus boycott in Montgomery, Alabama?
Look at it. Okay. Carlton?
Julia!
That moment caught the world's attention. It also caught the attention of other civil rights activists, especially the young preacher, Martin Luther King Jr., who had this one particular dream that he couldn't let go of. But I think the world is glad that he never did. We talked about Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, and the boycott. But when we brought up the subject of freedom riders, there was a silence on the bus. So we began to talk about these riders, the Freedom Riders. It went from 13 to 436 people, black and white, rode a bus from Washington, D.C. across the South during a time when whites and blacks were not supposed to get along. They protested segregated interstate bus systems. They faced many adversities. They were attacked, pulled off the bus, beaten in Anniston, and their bus was set on fire. All this just to have the freedom to ride. As we said our goodbyes to Miss Pittman, the principal, Miss Boyd, and the kids, I felt like today's events of activity and learning in and around the Magic Bus will light a fire in the heart of our next leader, our next mayor, or even our next president. Walter, we just want to thank you for being part of the Magic Bus today, and we want to give you the official Magic Bus t-shirt so you're part of our crew.
Well, thank you so much.
All right, Walter, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you next time on the Magic Bus. Wow, what a great show. Was that not a great show, Robert?
It was exciting. It was a great time with the kids. Wasn't it?
Great time. Well, we want to thank you for being part of the Magic Bus today. Today was a great episode. Thank you to Brown Elementary School, Miss Boyd, the kids, Dietria, also Walter Turner from STS. Again, it was a great show. Wait until the next episode. I can't wait. Can you?
Oh, excited. Looking forward to it.
Bye. We'll see you next time.